Hi folks, we are at a very special garden in Lancaster. It is on the tour of the Open Gardens by Gardens Buffalo Niagara, also featured on Lancaster Garden Walk. So we're with the gardener Rich and Lucy here. Say a quick hi to our viewers.
Hello.
Yeah, hi. So today is actually the opening night for the 20th anniversary of the Lancaster Garden Walk. So Rich founded this walk and has been organizing this walk from 2003. Yeah, tell us a little bit about the garden walk. Yeah.
Okay, the garden walk, it started because I used to go to the Buffalo Garden Walk.
Right.
And I said, we can do this in Lancaster. So I walked this village twice, handing out flyers, and encouraged everyone to come and be a participant in our first garden walk. And we got 25 responses.
Wow.
So we had a wonderful turnout the first year. And then every year after that, we have just tried to build on different things. We tried children's gardens and vendor. We had historic home tours. We had all kinds of things to draw people.
It's wonderful.
To come to Lancaster.
So this will be your last year organizing the garden walk.
That is correct.
But the garden walk will continue, and you have a new organizer.
Yes, we do. And her name is Julie.
Wonderful.
And she is also a participant in the garden walk and the open gardens.
Wonderful. So before I start giving the tour of the garden, I want to show the viewer this particularly nice painted garden pole. So Lucy, you did this by yourself. Yeah.
Yes.
So I guess this is why Jim Charlier stopped making his pole. Your pole is nicer.
Well, I just think mine takes a lot more time and it's a lot more detailed.
Oh, exactly. Let me show the viewer the detail. Tell us a little bit about this.
And I also use a lot of beading work.
Oh,
I
yeah.
add things to it, not just painting.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah, so
It's
we have
very-
three of them throughout the garden.
Yeah, you definitely need three. Yeah, three always makes things much better.
Right, in
So the
threes.
name of your garden is Shade and Sake Garden.
Right.
So tell us about the meaning and the story behind the name of your garden.
Well, this, like you said, is a very unique garden in the sense that the front yard is a very Western style garden with a cottage style, and the backyard turns from a
It's a
Western
transition.
style into an Eastern style, and it's an Oriental style garden.
Right.
It's a tea house garden, and it was created back in 2008.
Right. Wonderful. So can you show us the garden?
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's walk through. So we're at, so today while I'm filming, it is the Lancaster Garden Walk. It's the opening night. It is very busy. This is quite an attraction, and many people are coming here to see this particular garden. And there's a crowd. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
How are you? Good. Hey, Grandpa. Yeah.
Those are cute. Hi. How are you? Good
So
to
now
see
we
you.
are
Good seeing you.
we are
Yeah.
moving towards
Really good.
the backyard
Oh, yeah. Right.
garden,
This is my
and
fiance.
it's quite a contrast
My mother-in-law.
between
the whole
the
crew
front
here.
and the back.
I gotta go. I'm filming.
So Rich, so where should we start for the backyard garden?
Okay. Let's do it in the phases that was created.
Okay.
After the front yard. This brick was called the Russian stove, and it was in my basement. It was a
wow.
wood-burning stove, and I chiseled it out brick by brick, threw it out the window, and created this patio.
Oh wow! So you're repurposing the brick and reusing them in the garden.
Absolutely.
I just love this idea. Yeah, so
Everything here is very much repurposed and reused.
wonderful. Yeah. I will follow you.
Okay. So this was my first pond, and I've widened it 3 times.
You need practice to make a good pond.
But the problem was the fish in here were eaten by a blue heron.
Oh, yeah.
So then it became a point of either get out of the fish business or build a koi pond.
Okay.
And that's where the shade and sake come in. You're going to see a koi pond that I built.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So this was phase 2. This was phase 3. Ethan, smoke on the dragon, please. This is the newest addition to the garden. This is 2 years old now. And the grandson had the idea to do a fire-breathing dragon, so we created Puff the Magic Dragon here.
Very, very cool. Yeah. Wow. I mean, looks magical after dark. Yeah.
So then we move into more, as you move back from the western side, we start to show signs of the eastern influence, which was really started in me with a pen pal in the 4th grade.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
She used to send me pictures of her dad's garden, and I unfortunately only had grass to show her in my dad's garden. So, but I always had the desire to create a garden. So I'll tell you how it happened in the back, but this Tranquility Tower is an element of the Oriental Garden.
Tranquility Tower.
This is another picture that my wife created on the garage.
Oh, it's like a mural.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
So, and the sun is the prominent Japanese symbol.
Right.
And we have little, if you notice, there's a bit of a glow behind there, a red light glow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so now we're going to move into the actual shade and sake part.
So we're crossing a bridge.
Crossing the bridge. Coming out.
Me either. Very nice.
Thank you.
I'm sure it's yours.
We have quite a crowd here.
Thank you.
And this is on opening night of the Lancaster Garden Walk. Very, very busy. So now let's take a look at the magnificent garden in the back.
Okay, now going on the theme of repurposing material, the stone all used to create this pond was taken from a local village that did a makeover of their downtown section. So this is all the curbing that they were going to throw out. Now the wood that creates the tea house and the deck behind me is all from the Beaver Island State Park.
Oh.
That's their old piers and boardwalk that they would throw out, and I went and retrieved it, cleaned it up because it had so many screws and nails in it.
Yeah.
And then I used to work for a water garden nursery, and I bought the liner and the appliances, the pumps, all that stuff to create this pond here. It's approximately 6,000 gallons.
Wow.
It's in the open area. It's 6 feet deep, and there's 30 plus or minus fish in there.
Wow.
Some of
very
them
impressive.
are over 2 feet long.
Okay. Shall we enter the tea house?
Okay.
I'll follow you.
Okay.
So as I understand, the tea is a very important part of the Japanese culture.
That's correct.
They treat this with such respect and such details. It's very fascinating, and it's almost like a ceremony.
It absolutely is. It is a only honored guests would be invited into the tea house. There is a second deck there that they might share a cookie with a little bit of tea, but then during the ceremony, which would be in the tea house, it would be done by a master tea person.
Okay.
And so this is my idea of what a Japanese tea house would look like, only it's more Oriental because I add more color.
I see what you mean. Yeah, this is lovely, and I think you had all the right element, and it just evoked a lot of the feelings, and just as how you would experience a tea house. Yeah.
Yep, it was just a vision stuck in my head, and again inspired by a pen pal that I had in the 4th grade, and I wish I could find her to show her pictures of what I did as a result of her inspiration.
Yeah, that'd be wonderful. Yeah.
I tried, but I haven't been able to find it.
Yeah. So tell us about the plants surrounding the large pond.
Okay, the plant material is here because I have neighboring black walnut trees that send out a toxin called juglone, and it kills a lot of plants. But what I found success with is this plant here is called Persicaria. The common name is painter's palette.
Okay.
Okay, then I have ferns, a big hosta in the back. There's some water iris. Those are in my bog, the irises. And then we have some more ferns and just some...
And so this is why I call it shade and sake. So you have a lot of shade-loving plants.
All these trees create the shade.
Right.
And then I provide the sake.
How nice. Yeah. Okay, let me take a pan with the camera for the other side of the backyard. And you have a lot of interesting objects you use.
Yeah, the artifacts have been collected over the years, and believe it or not, many of those are gifts from people who visit the garden walk.
Wow, yeah. So what is the most special one that you really enjoy?
I have a fish down there that is jade,
Okay.
and that was given to me by a dear friend from the Philippines.
Okay, let me try to get closer. Yeah. Very lovely. Yeah. And as you have the lantern, the Japanese style.
Yeah, the cranes.
The cranes.
Yep.
Yeah, very nice. And the sound of the flowing water is very, very soothing, very relaxing. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about that corner of the yard. So you have some...
Okay, those, we created shadow boxes out of, again, repurposed material. People that were throwing out dressers,
Okay.
we would grab the drawers, and then we paint them black,
Oh, wow.
and then they become the shadow boxes for all of the artifacts that we have.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you don't mention, I would never know those are made from the drawer from a dresser.
Yep.
Yeah, but
Reclaimed from the garbage pile.
yeah, I mean, give them a second life.
Exactly.
This is
exactly
lovely.
so.
Yeah. So any future plan for your garden?
I ran out of space, so I think I'm done. I was going to do a roof garden on my garage, but my wife doesn't want it.
Yeah, this is more than enough.
But
this
we got enough here to take care of.
This is just lovely.
Thank
so
you.
again, we are at Shade and Sake Garden in Lancaster, created by Rich and Lucy. It is on the Open Gardens by Gardens Buffalo Niagara, as well as Lancaster Garden Walk. So come to visit this garden. You will be amazed. Thank you. Enjoy. Thank you, Rich.
Thank you, sir.